The cabin lights dimmed, the plane a gentle cradle rocking across the vast dark Atlantic. Most passengers were lost in sleep, wrapped in thin blankets. In row 10, a woman rested against the window, her face calm, just another traveler on an overnight flight. But beneath that peaceful exterior, a storm of memories raged, ones she had buried deep. Suddenly the captain's voice sliced through the engine's drone. "Ladies and gentlemen, we have a medical emergency. Our co-pilot has collapsed. We need assistance immediately. If anyone on board has flight experience, combat pilots, commercial pilots, please make yourself known." A wave of fear washed through the cabin. Passengers jolted awake, their eyes wide with alarm. Whispers turned into prayers. In row 10, the woman stirred, the announcement piercing the fog of sleep. Her heart hammered against her ribs. Slowly, deliberately, she unbuckled her seatbelt. As she stood and moved into the aisle, her voice was quiet but clear. "I can help." The flight attendants turned, their expressions a mix of hope and doubt. She was just a young woman in a sweater and jeans. "Ma'am?" one asked, her voice trembling. "Do you have any flight experience?" The woman's reply was firm, cutting through the rising panic. "Yes. Combat experience." A collective gasp swept through the passengers as she was rushed toward the cockpit. She paused at the doorway, a lifetime flashing before her eyes. The roar of engines, the desert sun glinting off metal wings, the crackle of radio chatter. It had been years since she left the Air Force. Years since she'd sworn never to fly again after the mission that cost her wingman his life. But tonight, fear was a luxury she couldn't afford. Dozens of lives hung in the balance. She slid into the co-pilot's seat, her hands finding the controls as if by instinct. The captain, pale and sweating, gave a faint, grateful nod. "You're in charge, Lieutenant," he rasped. Her heart skipped a beat. It had been so long since anyone had called her that. Just then, turbulence shook the plane violently. Cries of terror erupted from the cabin. But inside the cockpit, a calm voice came over the intercom. "Ladies and gentlemen, this is your acting pilot. Please remain calm. We are going to land safely." Outside, lightning lit up the churning storm clouds. For 40 agonizing minutes, she battled the storm, her training and instinct taking over. Every move was precise, her focus unbreakable. Then, through the rain and darkness, a faint glow appeared. The runway lights. Her throat tightened as she whispered, "Come on. One last landing." The wheels hit the runway with a solid jolt, then rolled into a smooth glide. For a moment, there was silence. Then the cabin erupted in cheers and applause. People were crying, hugging total strangers. When the doors finally opened, no one rushed out. They formed a line, waiting to shake her hand to thank the hero who had saved them. A small boy tugged on her sleeve. "Miss, were you scared?" he asked, his eyes wide. She knelt down, a soft smile on her face. "Yes," she admitted. "But sometimes being brave doesn't mean you're not scared. It means you do what you have to do anyway, because people need you." Later, stepping out into the cool night air, she finally understood. She hadn't just saved a plane full of people. In facing her greatest fear, she had also saved herself. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's acting in spite of it. And sometimes one single act of bravery can reignite not just your own spirit, but the hearts of everyone around you. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that inspires.